She walked into the police station at 3:47 a.m., covered in blood that wasn't hers, and confessed to a murder that happened 200 miles away. She couldn't have done it. But she knew details only the killer would know. She was the 7th person to do this in 3 months. I'm Detective Maya Torres. And I'm about to tell you about the case that destroyed my career and might destroy yours too. 15 years I've been a detective. 15 years of liars, con artists, and criminals trying to game the system. I've seen it all, or so I thought. 3 months ago, the first one walked in. David Liu confessed to murdering his wife. Then Sandra Williams. Then Marcus Webb. Then 4 more, 7 people. 7 confessions. 7 murders. Here's the problem. Every single one of them was impossible. Jennifer Park number 7 she confessed 5 days ago. She said she killed Marcus Holloway, a tech executive. Stabbed him 17 times in his downtown apartment. But Jennifer was on security camera footage at a gas station 200 miles away. Time-stamped, verified. She couldn't have been in 2 places at once. So my captain says, false confession, attention seeker, close it. But here's what kept me up at night. Jennifer knew 3 things only the real killer would know. 1. Marcus Holloway's last words were "Tell Sarah I'm sorry." 2. The murder weapon, a kitchen knife, was hidden inside the ventilation shaft in the bathroom. And 3. He had a defensive wound on his right palm in the exact shape of the knife handle. We never released those details. Not to the press. Not to the public. Nobody knew. Nobody except the killer. But that's not what made me open this case. What made me open it was the mark. All 7 confessors, David, Sandra, Marcus, all of them, they had the same mark behind their left ear. It looked like a birthmark. Small, circular, almost like a symbol. My captain said it was a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence. I went to the holding cell that night. Against protocol, against my captain's orders. I needed to see Jennifer face to face. I needed to know what that mark meant. She was sitting on the bench, quiet, calm, like she was waiting for me. She looked up and said, "You're here about the mark, aren't you, detective?" I didn't tell her why I was there. I didn't say anything. She smiled, not a crazy smile, not a threatening smile, just sad. And she said, "We all have it. All 7 of us. We're marked." "We're witnesses," I asked her. "Witnesses to what?" She leaned close to the bars and whispered, "To the game. The Confessors game. We confessed because we had to. Because he made us. And Detective Torres, you're next. You're number 8. I left that cell thinking she was insane, just playing mind games. But when I got home that night, I did something I'll never forget. I stood in front of my bathroom mirror and I checked behind my left ear. The mark was there. Fresh. It felt burned into my skin. The same symbol. I didn't have it that morning. I checked. I'm sure of it. But somehow, while I was asleep, someone came into my home and branded me. I checked every lock, every window. The security system was armed all night. No one came in, but the mark was real. I could feel it burning. I pulled up my phone and checked my call history. Tuesday night, the night I slept, there were 47 calls from an unknown number. All between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. 4 hours I can't account for. I don't remember my phone ringing. Not once. I called the number back. It rang 3 times, and then someone answered. A voice said, "Hello, Detective Torres. Ready to remember what you did?" I asked, "Who is this? What do you want?" And the voice said, "I'm going to play you something. Listen carefully." Then I heard my own voice. "This is Detective Maya Torres. Badge number 4739. I'm calling to confess to the murder of Anthony Chen. I killed him on the night of August 14th. I stabbed him 6 times. I hid the weapon in my car. I'm guilty. I don't remember making that call. I don't remember saying those words." I looked up Anthony Chen, tech CEO. Just moved to the city. And then I saw the article. Tech CEO Anthony Chen found dead. The article was dated tomorrow. He wasn't dead yet. I was going to kill him. I have 23 hours to stop myself from committing a murder I've already confessed to. 23 hours to figure out what happened during those 4 missing hours. 23 hours to find out who or what is controlling me. Because if I don't, I become confessor number 8. And just like the other 7, I'll have no memory of why I did it. Tomorrow I'm going to that address. I'm going to confront Anthony Chen, and I'm going to find out what's happening to me. The mark behind their ears looked like a birthmark. It wasn't. It was a brand. And when I checked my own neck in the bathroom mirror that night, I found the same mark freshly burned into my skin while I slept. I'm Detective Maya Torres. This is day 2, and I have 22 hours left. I didn't sleep after finding the mark. Couldn't. Every time I closed my eyes, I felt it burning, a phantom sensation that was all too real. I sat in my bathroom until sunrise, just staring at that strange symbol in the mirror, trying to figure out how someone got into my home. My security system is top grade. Motion sensors, cameras, backup locks on every window. But nothing was triggered. No alerts, no footage of anyone entering. The mark, however, was real. I could feel the raised skin. It was fresh, maybe just hours old. At 6 a.m., I did what any detective would do. I started researching. I photographed the symbol and ran it through every database I could access. Criminal tattoos, gang markings, religious symbols, ancient languages, nothing. It was completely unknown. So I tried something different. I pulled up the intake photos of all 7 confessors from their arrest records. David Liu, Sandra Williams, Marcus Webb, Jennifer Park. All of them. I zoomed in on each photo, right behind their left ears. The mark was identical on all of them. Same size, same position, same symbol. This wasn't a coincidence. It was a signature. Someone was marking these people, claiming them like cattle. But why and how? I called Dr. Lisa Chun, the medical examiner who processed Jennifer Park's intake exam. We went to the academy together. I trust her. I asked her, the mark on Jennifer Park's neck. What did your report say? There was a long pause. Then she said, Maya, there was no mark on Jennifer Park's neck. I examined her myself. Clean skin. No birthmarks, no scars, nothing. My blood went cold. Lisa, I saw it. I said, I was standing 3 feet from her. The mark was there. She insisted, then someone put it there after my examination, because I'm looking at my report right now. No mark documented. I pulled up Jennifer's arrest photo again. Zoomed in. The mark was clear as day in the photo. But according to the official medical record, it didn't exist. Someone was altering the evidence, or worse. A thought that terrified me. Maybe the mark only appeared to certain people who were next. I hung up with Lisa and made a decision. I needed to see one of the confessors myself. In person, Jennifer was in psychiatric holding, but David Liu Confessor number 1 was in county jail awaiting trial. I used my badge to get visitor access, telling the guard I was following up on a related case. They brought David to the interview room. Handcuffed, in an orange jumpsuit, his eyes hollowed out from months of incarceration. He looked broken, defeated. I sat across from him and said, David, I need to ask you about your confession. He looked up, his voice flat and empty. I killed my wife. I confessed. What else is there to say? I leaned forward, keeping my voice calm. You were at a business conference in Chicago when your wife died. 200 witnesses, hotel records, flight manifests. You couldn't have killed her. David's expression didn't change. He just stared at me. I did it, he said. I don't remember how, but I know I did it. They told me I did it. My pulse quickened. Who told you? I asked. For a moment, a flicker of confusion crossed his face. I don't know, he said. Someone called me, multiple times. They explained everything. How I killed her. Where I hid the evidence. What I said to her before she died. But you don't remember actually doing it, I pushed. He shook his head slowly. No, but the memories feel real. Like they happened. Like I was there. Implanted memories. That's what this was. Someone was programming these people to believe they'd committed murders they didn't do. David, I asked, do you remember getting the mark behind your ear? His hand immediately went to his neck, touching the spot. What mark? I told him, the symbol. Behind your left ear. When did you get it? He looked genuinely confused. I don't have a mark. I stood up and walked around the table behind him. I looked at his neck. The mark was gone. Where I'd seen it so clearly in his arrest photo, there was nothing but clean skin. My hands started shaking. David, don't move, I said. I pulled out my phone, took a photo of his neck, and then pulled up his arrest photo from 3 months ago. In the arrest photo, the mark was visible, clear, undeniable. In my new photo, nothing. The mark had vanished. I sat back down, my mind racing. Either the marks were temporary, some kind of chemical brand that faded, or something far worse was happening. Maybe the marks were never physically there. Maybe they were psychological. Hallucinations implanted in specific observers. People who were being selected. David, I said, I need you to think carefully. In the weeks before you confessed, did you lose any time? Any hours or days you can't account for? His eyes widened slightly, the first real emotion I'd seen. Yes, he said. 3 days before I confessed, I lost an entire afternoon. Went to work in the morning, and the next thing I remember, it was 9 p.m., and I was sitting in my car outside my house. He paused, his voice dropping to a whisper. And my phone had 52 missed calls from a number I didn't recognize. All in that missing time, but I don't remember my phone ringing. Not once. The exact same thing that happened to me. Did you call the number back? I asked. David nodded slowly. A voice answered. My own voice. Playing back a recording of me confessing to my wife's murder. Me giving details I shouldn't know. And then another voice, not mine, someone else said, you have 48 hours to turn yourself in. Or we release this recording and the evidence that proves you did it. What evidence? I asked. His hands were trembling now. They had video of me. At my house the night my wife died. Video I don't remember being filmed, showing me doing things I don't remember doing. He looked at me with haunted eyes. And when I watched it, he said, I believed it. Even though I knew I was in Chicago, even though it was impossible, I believed I killed her. The video was that convincing. Deep fakes. Advanced AI. Someone was manufacturing evidence so perfect that even the accused believed they were guilty. The guard knocked on the door. Time was up. As they led David away, he looked back at me and said, Detective, whatever's happening to you, and I can see it in your eyes that something is, don't believe what they show you. Don't trust your own memories. They're not yours anymore. I finally got out of jail and walked to my car in the parking lot. Just as I got in, my phone buzzed. It was a text from an unknown number. I opened it. The message read, You have 19 hours, Detective Torres. Anthony Chen, 1247 Riverside Drive, midnight tonight. You will be there. You will do what you've been programmed to do. Fighting it will only make it worse. Below the text was a video attachment. My hands were shaking, but I clicked play. The video showed me in my own apartment just last night, but I wasn't alone. I was sitting at my kitchen table, my eyes open but completely vacant, like I was sleepwalking. And standing right behind me holding a syringe to my neck was a figure in a surgical mask. The figure leaned down to my ear and whispered, and I could hear it perfectly in the video. Subject 8. Activation protocol confirmed. Target, Anthony Chen. Time, midnight. Method, kitchen knife. 6 stab wounds. Mimic Confessor 7's pattern. You will not remember this conversation. You will not remember the injection. You will only remember the compulsion. When the time comes, you will obey. Then the figure injected something into my neck right where that strange mark appeared. The video cut to black, and text appeared on the screen. This was recorded 12 hours ago. You have 19 hours left. See you at midnight, Maya. I dropped my phone, staring at my own hands. 12 hours ago, while I thought I was sound asleep, someone had been inside my home, injecting me, programming me, and I had absolutely no memory of it. I quickly checked my neck in the car mirror. The mark was still there, but now I understood. It wasn't a brand, it was an injection site. They were putting something inside our bodies. Some kind of chemical, some kind of control mechanism. And in 19 hours, whatever they injected into me would activate. I would go to Anthony Chen's address, and I would kill him. And I wouldn't be able to stop myself. My only chance was to figure out what they injected me with and how to counteract it in the next 19 hours. I started the car. I had one lead left. The medical examiner said the mark wasn't on Jennifer during her intake, but it appeared later. That meant someone had access to the holding cells. Someone who could inject inmates without anyone noticing. I pulled up the visitor logs for all 7 of the confessors during their time in custody. One name appeared on every single log. The same visitor, visiting on the same day, always 24 hours before their official confession. Dr. James Keller, listed as a psychiatric consultant. I ran his name through the system. No active medical license, no current address, no employment records. Dr. James Keller didn't officially exist, but he had visited all 7 confessors. And I was willing to bet my life he'd visited me 12 hours ago, while I was unconscious in my own home. I had 19 hours to find a ghost, and if I didn't, I would become a killer. Suddenly my phone rang, unknown number. I knew who it was before I even answered. I picked up but didn't say anything. The voice on the other end was calm, clinical, male. "Hello, Maya," he said. "You're making excellent progress. But you're running out of time. Let me save you some effort. You won't find Dr. Keller. You won't stop what's coming. You were marked the moment you started investigating the Confessors. This was always going to happen. The only question is, will you fight it and suffer? Or accept it and make it quick?" "Who are you?" I demanded. The voice just laughed softly. "I'm the one who decides who confesses," he said. "I'm the one who programs the guilty. I'm the one who marked you. And in 18 hours and 47 minutes, you'll do exactly what I've designed you to do. Welcome to the game, Detective Torres. You're playing whether you want to or not." And then the line went dead. I just sat there in my car, my hands gripping the steering wheel so tight my knuckles turned white. 18 hours and 47 minutes. And then I would find out if I was strong enough to fight my own programming, or if I'd become exactly what he designed me to be, Confessor number 8. Tomorrow I'm going to 1247 Riverside Drive. I'm going to meet Anthony Chen face to face. And I'm going to find out if I'm about to save his life or end it. If you want to know what happens when midnight comes, when the programming activates, you need to be here for day 3, because I don't know if I'll survive the night. And if I don't, someone needs to know the truth. Check your neck. Check your call logs. Check your missing hours. You might be next. Thanks for listening, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what happens.